Hey everybody, it's Zay here from the ZayBytes YouTube channel. Alright, so I actually changed how my fast fetch looks. It's now a Fedora because, well, I'm using Fedora Linux as you can see. I really can't release Zay fetch, I think it's gonna be a bit of a delay. Today is 14th of March, and in 20th or 21st, if I'm correct, is going to be Eid. I celebrate Eid, by the way. After I celebrate Eid, there's gonna be holidays. On the holidays, I'm going to be working on ZayFetch, and I'm going to be releasing a lot more videos for you guys. But in today's video, I'm going to yap and tell you guys a quick story on how I accidentally learned programming. So here's how I became the most racist programmer on earth. This is what I mean by racist, by the way. Racing fan. And it got me a job. Yeah, the J slur. I'm actually employed. Well, it's not really full-time, it's part-time, but it's still a job. So the first coding language that I learned was C. A lot of people's first coding language, I'm pretty sure, is either JavaScript or Python. The hard thing about C is when you start learning it, and then you realize C is actually freaking with your brain. The 7 best programming languages to learn for a beginner. Okay, I can understand Python, JavaScript, SQL, but Rust in here is diabolical, bro. Might as well include assembly here, because assembly is one of the easiest coding languages. Like literally just today, I finished like a crash course, a 4-hour crash course, and I took notes here. I was learning Rust. I made like a simple app. It was pretty easy. But after that, it fricks with your brain, literally, bro. Also, C was first released in 1972. This programming language is absolutely unk, bro. It's still really good in today's standards. It's nowhere near obsolete in my opinion. So I actually prepared like a whiteboard for you guys. It's don't judge, okay? Yeah, this is how it looks like. So this was a long time ago, okay? This is my school, and this is me. So it was a normal day. I got home from school. So this was the first laptop that I have. It was an Acer Aspire with Windows XP. I absolutely love this laptop, bro. And I played Minecraft, Roblox, Counter-Strike, Source. On this laptop, it was a beast, bro. The laptop kind of broke when I was using it, but then my mom came home from work. She actually got me a laptop. So from what I remember, this laptop was actually a Toshiba something, I forgot. It had an i3 5th gen, and I think it had like 3 GB RAM, and it also had a 250 gigabyte SSD. And this, I actually got like freaking 60 FPS on CSGO back in the day when I was playing it. Alright, you see, when I got this laptop, I wanted to become a Minecraft YouTuber. This was real footage of me recording a Minecraft video on this laptop.
This is gonna be the first episode. I don't know, I'm gonna make more episodes of Minecraft. I don't know. If you want me to make another episode of Minecraft, make sure to leave a like.
Yeah. So the laptop was actually too weak for OBS. OBS is sort of heavy, but it somehow runs pretty well on this old MacBook that I have. So my friend told me there's this thing where you can record and upscale videos, which is called FFmpeg. Now, FFmpeg is primarily written in the C programming language with some components also using assembly. Now, the version that I downloaded of FFmpeg was one of these versions. I couldn't remember what version I downloaded, but it was a 2018 version. So you see, I didn't know what I was doing, so I downloaded the source code, right? Let's just download the source code real quick. It was a zip file, so I unzipped it, and the source code looked like this. I thought I was supposed to click this, and there was an executable. I searched for literally an hour here for an executable or .exe, and I found nothing. I went through individual folders, but all I saw was .c. So I think like any logical person, I clicked on it. My notepad opened, and literally I was like, what the frick is include Studio H? So what I did was I copied this. I did Googling and research, and then it led me to a documentation website. This wasn't the exact website. I couldn't really find the exact website. Let's just use this as an example. So I was scrolling, and then I saw this. This was literally the first line of code of C that I saw on the website. It was int main hello world. And of course, I was curious about it. I did searching. Long story short, I installed this thing called VS Code. This is not VS Code, this is Z Code, but just pretend it's VS Code, okay? So I was greeted with like an opening menu, and I hit new file, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I pasted this into my code editor, and so I compiled the code inside of VS Code, and then it said hello world. Long story short, I learned C pretty quickly, but then I actually kind of left coding for an entire year. But let's fast forward forward 2 years later. Alright, the pandemic began and I was literally at home with nothing to do. But then another canon event happened. My mom got me a gaming PC. Wait, that's a bit too small. It wasn't the best gaming PC of all time. I think it had a Ryzen 3 and an RX 570. And during this era, I actually tried making YouTube videos, and I made the setup tour video from a while ago.
Cable management sucks. I just suck so bad, cable management.
Dude, oh my god, I'm getting so many flashbacks. I was in the middle of a Counter-Strike game, and I was like, wait, I think I'm forgetting something. Remembered, I forgot the coding language. It's C. And from that day, I actually relearned C. I remember just a little bit, but I just almost forgot everything. You know, because I was learning C a lot more and I was researching a lot better than I was on that laptop and I was motivated. I found something that was also mostly written in C. It is the Linux kernel. I heard about the Linux kernel more than like a few times. Heard it a lot of times actually, but I was like, this is literally what I said on my head. Linux, ew, what the hell? I'm just gonna stick to Windows. Windows is so cool. I'm gonna game. Probably not what I said, but yeah, I didn't really want to learn or switch to Linux because I was sort of like a Windows glazer back in the day, and I thought people who used Linux was kind of cringe. That was me back in the day. It changed a lot. So during this time, I actually made like small, simple games. Now during this era, I was learning about C and other programming languages. So after C, I learned about HTML and CSS, and I made like a static website with it. I learned about SQL and PHP. I made some websites using XMPP. This is XMPP, by the way. It's like an Apache HTTP server. I made a bunch of websites back in the day just because I was bored. But you know, I wasn't really into making websites, but then I actually got a girlfriend. Yeah, remembering back, it was actually kind of funny. I was like, dude, I need to make a website for her. And then I made it. Okay, now let's skip to 2025. This was my PC, right? With the Ryzen 3 and everything. It actually, broke. So because my PC broke, I literally cannot code. I didn't have a device other than my PC. So well, I didn't really game or code up until October of 2025. It's around, I think, a month or two before I started this YouTube channel. I got my 2015 MacBook Air. Yeah, this laptop that you're seeing right now. But yeah, I upgraded the PC and everything. I bought like new RAM, all the specs, I upgraded it. But because the PSU or like the power supply was really shitty, all my parts broke. So like with the PC, it literally broke, bro. So I had to solder the remaining parts that weren't broken. Fast forward till November. I was using macOS. I was using macOS around November, and it was really slow because the laptop is already 10 years old. I was using OpenCore Legacy Patcher, and I upgraded to the latest version that only made it worse. And then, you know, I had a random thought. Fast forward, like a few weeks later, I installed Linux. And I also made this video called Linux is Pain and Suffering on my channel. This video actually did pretty well, which is surprising considering the quality of the video. But yeah, when I made this video, I was like, maybe I should continue this channel and grow it, and maybe I could use it as something to documentate my Linux journey. You see, because I was using Linux, I had to use the terminal a lot more, and I was using Hyprland back in the day, so I had to code a lot in CSS. Naturally, my CSS skills grew a lot stronger than before, and I riced a lot of Linux setup. This is an example of how my Arch Linux used to look like. Okay, now this is where the part that I think you guys have been waiting for. It is when I got a job. Me and my friend was like, dude, I think we need to do something because we're like making zero money. We're broke, we got no bitches. So me and my friend decided, you know what, let's start a business where we make websites or software for other people. What I consider a job is something that you do that gets you paid. Now, right now, I have two quote-unquote jobs. I have YouTube. YouTube also pays me. So I think that's literally about it for this story on how I got a job because of coding. If you made it till the end, like, you're crazy, bro. This video was hell of a weird video. You know, I don't really want to have a traditional job. I don't want to have to clock into work and become a slave to my boss. I just want to like sit at home, code or make videos and then make a living from it. And I think that's a lot of people's dreams, and hopefully I can make it come true.